Welcome to the second Role Players Rant. I'm Dylan.
I'm Boaz.
And today we're going to talk about the NFL playoff picture. Over the weekend we had a lot of great games that really helped shape
Sorry to interrupt you, but 52-0 Rams? Was that possible?
The Rams beat the Seahawks.
Scored 32 points for defense against me in fantasy. It's frustrating.
Ooh.
But okay, anyways.
Boaz doesn't have a right to complain because his team will be beating me in 3 weeks.
I was going to say, week 14 is also a big week just because of first week of fantasy playoffs. I mean, I got to buy, so I'm
Boaz is set. Boaz can't talk.
No. I don't even have to do it.
We'll talk week 16.
I don't need to do it myself this weekend. I cry while watching the Giants game. But okay, so back to the
real deal. The real NFL playoffs.
NFL playoffs. So I think talking about the AFC first. I mean, I'll read off the top six. As things currently stand, you'd have 1 through 6 seeds: New England, Denver, Cincinnati, Indianapolis, San Diego, and Kansas City. Outside looking in is like Buffalo 7-5, Baltimore, and Buffalo's got to win the wild card because I doubt they're catching New England, who's 2 games ahead of them.
No way. I didn't think anyone was catching New England. While the Packers are a great team, I thought the Patriots were the best team in football, but obviously the Packers beat them yesterday.
Yeah, it was weird too because they both started the season cold, and you can kind of remember that hangover from last year. I had this image in my mind of 3 straight years Packers being good. Then last year Rodgers goes down, not so good anymore, and then out of nowhere, that team's good again. That team is good.
So we know the Pats, Gronk is healthy again, and he changes everything for the Patriots. But I guess just all the cylinders are firing for the Green Bay.
There's some ridiculous stat. I don't know what it is, but about Brady with Gronk. It's his QBR or QB rating goes up by 20 points or something when he's Gronk on the field.
That's Gronk.
Yeah, it's superhuman.
So tonight, Jets Miami. That's a huge game for the Dolphins and their playoff aspirations. I think Miami actually sneaks their way into the playoffs instead of Buffalo, who you mentioned.
I would agree with you on
just
that.
Because Buffalo's offense is...
Whose spot do they take?
I think they take...
Kansas City or San Diego?
I think San Diego. I know they're 8-4. 8-4 versus 7-5 changes a lot. So maybe they take the Kansas City Chiefs. But the Dolphins have a much easier schedule. They're playing the Jets twice. I think they play the Jets.
They play Minnesota week 16.
They play a lot of.
Yeah.
They play their division.
You're saying they can win out.
They may play the Patriots and Bills, but they're competitive games. And
they already beat the Patriots.
Right, week 1.
Yeah.
So you never know what these guys are capable of, and I think it's finally the year where Tannehill's just fantastic lately. He's just been great, and I think that this is the year where he carries a legitimate offense into the playoffs. To lose, but still into the playoffs.
Making the playoffs it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Let me see if I can think of another team.
Do you think the Chargers will be able to stay in there, or are the Chiefs going to fall out?
I don't know if I can. I don't know how many teams I trust. I'm looking at the list right now, and Buffalo don't trust. You can't trust.
Can't trust Buffalo.
Kyle Orton. Okay, you're immediately eliminated. I haven't liked Baltimore all year. I'm surprised they've done so well. Pittsburgh, their defense it's good, it's bad, I don't know. And Big Ben, he's good, he's bad, I don't know. And Martavius Bryant is good and bad, and I don't know. They could totally upset someone. They could be that upset team, but I don't know.
But again, they have these embarrassing losses on their record.
I mean, of course, as NFL history goes recently, it's a team that gets hot that wins.
Right.
So it's totally
for example,
possible.
The Chiefs lost to the Raiders on a Thursday night game. They lost to the Broncos this weekend. Yes, the Broncos, but 2 losses in a row, that can really change the dynamic of a team that had really been working, that had really, once Charles came back, they started winning again, and to have momentum kind of cut short right at the point where you're supposed to be hot if you want to succeed in the playoffs. They can be in danger.
But what I'm saying is Pittsburgh could get hot, and I don't think they can win it all. But if they get hot, they could be a scary team.
Remember those 2 weeks?
And you still got Big Ben, who's got playoff experience. So that team could do some damage. They've still got some great players like Le'Veon Bell. Their offense is extremely talented.
To name another fantasy player on Bowers' team, Le'Veon Bell.
They're very talented, and if they get hot, I wouldn't be surprised to see them sneak in. I mean, right now they're 7-5. That's the same record as the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
I mean, they could sneak their way in.
A lot of those AFC North teams could sneak away.
I mean, it's ridiculously low. Isn't last place 7-5 or something?
Yeah, the Browns. I mean, that's a 4-team division that is all hyper competitive. And on the flip side,
but there's no one great team.
Right, there's no one great team.
Good teams.
But on the other side, it's in the NFC. Right, there's one division that's super stacked in the AFC, the AFC North. but the NFC South is just an embarrassment.
Yeah.
Who wants it less?
Yeah.
And they'll be the ones you see in the playoffs.
Who's the number one pick that you had?
I'll probably say the Saints are going to win it.
I mean, yeah.
Just because they're the Saints.
I mean, okay, let's, so the NFC. Top 6 teams, Arizona, Green Bay, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Seattle, and Detroit.
Right outside, though, is Dallas. Brett Kleiman had a wonderful piece a few weeks ago on Dallas. Are they for real?
I was asking that question earlier in the Bo picks. I was asking, well, I don't trust them yet.
It's December. Tony Romo's arm.
I'm not
wiggling.
I'm not sure if I still trust them. That could just be the Giants. Like, part of me that doesn't want them to be good. I want them to lose their next 4 games, go 8-8 again. So
right, and we have also 3 very competitive NFC West teams. Arizona.
It's gonna be sad when those teams.
9-2. Seattle, the reigning champs, and the 49ers, perennial NFC Championship game losers at this point. Only 2 of them can make it. I just don't think it's plausible that all 3 can make it, especially with Detroit and Dallas. They're just 2 more variables that make it so hard, and especially because the NFC West is playing.
Has that ever happened?
That's something that definitely
We'll look that up. If it did happen, we'll put it over. We'll mention it somewhere in the end.
But it's with, I just think Seattle, San Francisco, and Arizona they just play their division so many times in the next 3-4 weeks that it's going to be impossible for all 3 of them to make it. Yeah. I'd love to see Detroit snag that final spot.
And now Megatron's healthy too. Their offense is much more fun to watch. One of your fantasy players.
That's one of my guys.
I don't think that the NFC race is going to get as close. I mean, sure, Dallas is 8-4, and so is Detroit and Seattle.
It was really fun for a while.
Theoretically, Dallas could eclipse Philadelphia. It's totally possible. But then you have San Francisco 7-5. We don't think there's going to be 3 teams from the NFC West. And the next closest is New Orleans at 5-7. And sure, it's possible they make it only because they can make it over Atlanta. But excluding any NFC South teams,
it's a very competitive NFC.
I mean,
East, but besides hyper competitive.
I mean, so far it's going to be Arizona, Green Bay, Philadelphia, and I think we're going to say Philadelphia and Dallas make it. Is that what we say?
I go Detroit over
Dallas. We say an NFC East team.
There are 8 or 9 teams. There are 8 teams competing for the NFC.
But the order's going to be of something of Green Bay and Arizona up top.
I think
NFC East team,
top seed.
NFC East team, then NFC South team. We don't know which one yet because
they have to get that 4th seed.
Yeah. Then it's going to be we think Seattle's making it, and then it's either Dallas or Detroit.
Right.
So it's not that much variance in my opinion compared to the AFC.
The AFC is wide open. The AFC has 10 competitive teams, 10, 11 competitive teams.
It's much more exciting football this year.
Yeah,
but at least it's no NBA. Like I don't even want to watch.
Western Conference.
I don't even want to watch the East.
I turned that statement for the first time ever in my life last night.
Yeah.
So who do you think wins the top seed in the AFC?
It's between Denver and.
It's probably Denver and the Patriots.
New England. I mean, New England has a tiebreaker, so I'm just gonna take the safe pick and go.
Going for the Pats. Who do you think? Who are you going to see in the Super Bowl?
I mean, it's too early for me to tell because I'm telling you, it's all about.
It's all about these next 4 weeks.
You ask me that week 16, I'll give you a much better answer.
So with that,
week 16, week 17.
You'll see us for week 16, where one of the 2 of us will have named the fantasy football champion in our league, because I'm going to end up playing him in the finals. We know it's true, and he'll probably win though. And then we'll be able to make some playoff predictions. So we'll see you soon.
See you soon.